Hello YouTubers, this is Cessnaace back again with another package video. This is one of the packages I've been waiting on. Now, one of the things I noticed as soon as I opened it, who knew Pizza Hut sold retro games? Now, this game is for the Sega Master System, and there are several things that I noticed about it. First of all, it's a third-party game, and while that was common in the UK and the US, it was not. We only had 3 publishers that were third parties that published games for the Master System: Seismic, which published the very last third-party game, RC Grand Prix; Activision, which published 4, and then Parker Brothers, which published 3. Now, one of the reasons why there were so few third parties in the US, apart from the fact that Nintendo vastly outsold the Sega Master System, was that Nintendo had signed all of their third parties to exclusive contracts. So if you wanted to publish a game for the NES, you could not program games for the Master System or the Atari 7800 for that matter. But these 3 companies bucked that trend. Now, this game is from Parker Brothers, and I've noticed a few things about it. First of all, it is, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? This is a port of a PC game. One of the things I noticed, nowhere on the box or the cartridge does it say Sega Master System. It just says for the Sega System. So obviously this predates Genesis, but all of my other Master System cartridges or games say Master System on them. This just says the Sega System. Now, one of the other things I noticed is, while reading the copyright information, the second entry, cartridge program content and package design, copyright 1988, Parker Brothers, division of Tonka Corporation. Intended exclusively for use on the Sega System. Now, Tonka was the exclusive distributor for the Master System in the US until Sega had released the Genesis and had some money in their pocket. They bought back the North American distribution rights for the Master System and handled it themselves. But the games that were distributed by Tonka all say distributed exclusively by Tonka on the case. This doesn't. It just has the Parker Brothers logo. Now, according to Digital Press Collector's Guide that covers the Master System, this game is impossible to win without a manual. You can play it without a manual, but it's just so difficult that it's impossible to win. No manual. So Tonka was in a way supporting the Master System, which a lot of people in the retro gaming community have accused them of not doing, myself included. But through Parker Brothers, they did release 3 games for the Master System in the US. Only Activision released more as a third party, as I said, 4. So I've added this to my collection, and I'm continuing to build up my Master System collection, trying to fill in the holes in my collection that I have. The problem is, while Master System is, for the most part, compatible with PAL standard releases, and while Digital Press usually has a section devoted to non-US releases, there are no non-US releases for the Master System listed here, which is a shame because the UK got over 3 times as many as we did. In Brazil, the system was huge there, so there are games that are exclusive to Brazil. but I'm giving it my best shot. Now, I also have a package coming for Atari 2600 games, and also my wife over this past weekend, her card needs a lot of work, but she has this Disney fetish. She loves going to Disney. That's why we're annual pass holders. She went with a couple of coworkers, and they took one of the coworkers' car, so didn't have to worry about driving her car. Her car is drivable. It's just it needs it needed about $1,600 worth of work, but we've had about 300 of that done, so we have some more to go. In the meantime, I have this standing rule. I don't begrudge her any visits to Disney World. Just if she goes to Disney World, pick me up some collector pins, which I had gotten into collecting. And the thing about Disney pins is it's impossible to keep up. I've shown this before. This is a collector's guide. It does not cover any of the foreign releases, although the Disneyana magazine does cover the non-US released pins. But even so, this pictures over 17,000 pins. There are pins devoted to every character, to every attraction, to every theme park, to every movie, to shows they've filmed at Disney World. They've got pins that are flag pins for each country that is represented at Epcot. They've got flag pins for countries that are not there. They've got pins for every conceivable holiday. Christmas is big, Halloween is big, also 4th of July, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, just you name it. They also have pins that are exclusive to particular parks. They have them that are exclusive to particular trading posts within the park. They have pins that are exclusive to pin traders. They go around, they have these lanyards loaded down with pins, and they have pins that are exclusive to them. But if you go up to them and you have a common, or one that is available anywhere there, they will trade you one of their exclusives for your common. So that's cool. They also have cast member exclusive pins, and they have annual pass holder exclusive pins, which is what my wife was looking for. And she'd gone to several different trading posts at several different parks there in Orlando and couldn't find any. Finally, though, she did. This is a collection of 5 pins. They also have mystery pins, which just a generic packaging, and they have mystery pins on them, and you don't know what's in there. But those pins are not just pins that they've issued before and just had an overage of or something and stuck in a box and said, okay, mystery pin. These are pins that are made especially for the mystery pins releases. So you can't accuse Disney of not supporting collectors, because they release, it seems like, hundreds of pins every week between all the theme parks. So it's impossible, but if it's something you're interested in, it's definitely something you can pursue with any amount of vigor that you want to, and you're never going to get them all. As I said, I'm waiting for some Atari 2600 games and a homebrew Genesis game, which I've got on back order because right after I ordered it, the company that made it, or the group that made it, sold out on their first batch. They sold out within 6 days, which was a record for them. So they've had to make up another batch, and I'm on that waiting list. I got an email from the CEO telling me that I was going to be getting some, or one, from the next batch. Anyway, Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Screenshots. Until next time, stay awesome.